just eat chicken. Does anybody know why we eat chicken? Go.
I think it's just eat chicken because
Okay. Anyone else? Go ahead.
because chicken is protein.
Chicken is protein, yes. And so your heart is the strongest muscle in your entire body. Your quads are the largest, but your heart is the strongest. So in order for us to do this, anybody can do this?
I don't even.
But can you do this? So if you can't do this, that means you're not eating enough chicken, which is protein. There's also plant protein. Okay. There's also plant protein. Some of you might not eat animal. You might eat plants, beans, chickpeas, quinoa, broccoli. Woo! Wow! Yeah.
Me, I eat broccoli. I eat broccoli.
I did not expect that many people to say they eat broccoli. Great, so you girls and guys, all boys, already know. So chicken is from muscles, okay? When we eat plants or any animal, you put it into your mouth, the chicken or the plants go down into your stomach, and then this happens, okay? You know the little Oompa Loompas?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, you have little Oompa Loompas inside your body that I call metabolism. And so when you eat chicken, your Oompa Loompas break down your chicken, and then the Oompa Loompa says to the blood, we need to come in. And blood says, why? And the Oompa Loompa says, well, it's chicken, it's protein. And the blood says, okay, you can come in. And so the chicken goes up the arm, down the body, into your legs, and boom, you get muscles. And that's how you get stronger. That's what protein does. Any protein is really important for our hearts. Okay? Questions? Go ahead.
How does the nutrients get absorbed?
Well, that's what the Oompa Loompa does. So the Oompa Loompa puts all the nutrients into the blood. Okay? So then the second thing we need, because you need to have energy when you go to recess.
Stop.
Yeah? Has anyone ever seen Gavin go to recess and as soon as he gets there, he's like, yeah! Well, that's what happens when you eat pizza. Because pizza is not the healthiest, it doesn't have any nutrition, but it is a carbohydrate, that's what it's called. And so you get really fast energy, and Gavin runs all the way to recess, and then he falls to the ground, and then he's too tired. And then when he comes home, I can't get him to do homework. So guess what I have to do? Guess what I have to do? Do you know? Anybody knows?
Eat chicken.
Go. Ready?
He cries about it and you have to make him do it.
No, go ahead.
You make him eat chicken.
I make him eat chicken, but I also make him eat vegetables and rice. Rice is just like pizza. All right, you guys, rice is just like pizza, but it does have nutritious vitamins. And so when we eat rice, if any of you ever have rice at lunch, then you walk slowly to recess because it lasts in your body a little bit longer. When your Oompa Loompas break down your rice, they work really slowly. So the rice stays in your body for a really long time. And so you don't get hungry. And then when you go to recess, you have all the time to play and then you're not tired. Make sense? So it's important to have some healthy food and some fun food. Okay? Does anyone know what is the third thing that we need? Number 3. Anyone? Go ahead. What is it? What is it? I can't hear you. What? You like rice? Oh, I'm good. Me too. I like rice. All right. Anyone know what's the third thing we need? Number 3. Go ahead. Yes. No, the girl behind you. What is it? What? Well, yeah, that too. But it's another food group that's so important inside our body.
Oh, Gavin knows. Vegetables.
Well, yes, that too. But the third
Protein.
important one.
Protein.
We already talked about protein. Protein, carbohydrates, and Michael. Your mom eats it all the time. No.
Fat.
Fat. But Zoe, healthy fat. Healthy fat. Who likes peanut butter? So peanut butter, almond butter, or no, don't listen to him. No, not any kind of butter. Nut butter, peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, anything with nuts is really, really healthy. So what fat does is it protects our muscles and bones. So when you get older, you don't do this. Okay? You walk straight. Every time you eat healthy food, that is what you're doing to your body. So it's really important to eat your protein, healthy carbohydrates, and healthy fat. Now, who knows what is a French fry? Healthy fat or not so healthy fat? Or maybe thumbs down for no, thumbs up for yes. Okay, wait. So, French fries are so delicious. When we see French fries, we immediately want to eat it, right?
Yes.
And so, some food, the reason we want to eat some fun food is because it really makes us feel nice and warm, and we feel loved, and we eat the French fry, we're just like walking on the clouds. You're so happy. But when the French fry goes down into your belly and the Oompa Loompa gets the message from the French fries and breaks down the French fries and says to the blood, "Here you go, blood, take the French fry." The blood says, "I don't speak that language." What? And the Oompa Loompa says, "No, take the French fry, take the French fry." And the blood says, "Cat? What? You speak English?" Because the French fry is not a nutritious food, and so the blood doesn't understand it. So what the body does is it puts it to the side, and then it comes out later. So it stays in your stomach until the blood and the body is ready to kick the French fry out. Make sense? So that's why it's so important to not eat 1,000 French fries in one day, okay? Because then your belly is gonna get really big because the French fry doesn't have anywhere to go. And so if you ever see anyone with a big belly, it's too many French fries. And sometimes you ever feel like, oh, I ate too much. It's like that. Anyone ever go to a doctor because you don't feel good? See, so food is medicine.
Nope.
And food can make us not feel good. That's why when your mommy or daddy tells you to eat some healthy food, you really should start thinking and eat more healthy food than not so healthy food. Make sense? So what I do with Gavin and my little one, Micah, is we do a balance. Can you stand on one foot? Yeah? Now for those of you who can't stand on one foot, you ate too many French fries. That's what happens.
the
So
only one.
our body, right, you can sit, you can sit, you can sit. Okay, so food is medicine, and when we have the right amount of healthy food in our body, we have a balance in our body, so we can all stand on one foot. But if you have a friend you meet at the park and you ask them to stand on one foot and they do this, then you could say, "Did you have French fries today?" Because then they can't
Yes, I
stand on one
did.
foot, okay? So that's why it's important to eat your vegetables and your fruit and your healthy food and not so healthy food, so that way you always have a balance inside your, what's this?
Brain.
In your mind. When we have a balance in our mind and brain, we're always happy. Does anyone ever feel unhappy?
I do.
Yeah?
Me.
You ever cry when you don't get what you want? Well, guess what? That's what fun food does.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what fun food does.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important to have a little bit of one and a little bit of the other. Okay? Any questions? Comments? Concerns? Ask Gavin.
Gavin.
French fries
Okay, what's your question?
If they're potatoes.
is fruit healthy?
Yes.
Ask her actually.
All fruit is healthy, but have you ever eaten an entire watermelon?
I can't work
Yeah.
on my entire burger.
I can eat an entire watermelon. Well, it is good for you, but not when you're gonna eat an entire watermelon. Then that is too much. You can actually overeat on anything. Anytime you feel like your stomach's just, I ate too much, we can overeat on any food. Watermelon, bananas, broccoli, chicken, doesn't matter. Okay? So anytime you're full, it's okay to be full. You don't have to keep eating if you know you're full. Yes. Go ahead. Yes, you. It was what? Milkshake. It's everything. Milkshakes too. Milkshakes, French fries, hamburgers, pizza, Doritos, too much popcorn.
Calling her.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Okay.
Why are French fries bad for us if they're made out of vegetables?
Because when they make the French fry, they put it into a bucket of really bad oil.
Boiling.
And the oil sucks into the French fry, and that's what makes it unhealthy. So anytime we see food at the market, all that food is considered uncooked. And then if we ever go to a restaurant, they take all that food and they put lots of not healthy food into the healthy food, and that's what makes it unhealthy. So if you like French fries and you like lots of French fries, you can make them at home in an oven, and they won't be as bad as a French fry in oil. But I bet you the French fry tastes much better than the finger in your mouth. Did you know that when we put fingers in our mouth, that's how we get sick? Because there's little bacteria in our fingers, and there's bacteria that flies everywhere. Yeah, so it's something else to think about. When my mommy used to tell me not to put fingers in my mouth, I didn't listen. But when someone I didn't know told me that, I stopped putting fingers in my mouth.
What? That does not make
Because
sense.
we always like to listen to other people. This is why you are so good in school and you listen to your teacher. Make sense? That's how you remember. It's easier to remember when you hear someone you're not close to tell you the truth. I do the same thing. It's called human behavior.
Okay, stop.
No. Go ahead. Question?
Can you eat an entire potato raw?
No, I would not recommend that. Unless you want to have tummy ache. Actually, you really don't want to ever eat anything raw unless it's a fruit or a carrot. Because then, we'll talk about this when you're in 5th grade. Any other questions? Go ahead. Uh-huh. Oh, they were really, I bet, yeah, I like French fries too. Who doesn't like French fries? Zoe?
I know,
I kind
right?
of have a comment that goes with it. So one time I was on vacation and then with my friend, and then the moms go, we were just walking to look for dinner, and then the moms go, well, how about the dads go out while you guys stay in the hotel, so they can find something that won't make our tummies go meh.
Yeah.
Because it was like, we went to this pizza place, and then it didn't really smell good, so we went to a totally different restaurant.
Yes. How about 3 more questions? Okay. Go ahead, in the back. Yes. What's your name? Tristan? Hi. You're what? As big as what? A tumor? Yeah.
It's a tumor.
Because he ate too much. Yeah, that could happen. It happens. Sometimes, depending on where people live, there's, we're very lucky to live here in Colorado, but some people live in places where they don't have money or they don't have access to the grocery store nearby, so some people are not as lucky as all of us here. And some people, like in Africa, don't even have the food we have here, so then they're really small because they don't have the food that we have here. So we're still, yeah, go ahead. What is it? Ants? Probably, but I don't eat ants. You like to eat ants? Any animal is protein. Yeah. Even ducks.
Grasshopper? Chicken?